Rolling.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. Scott at Kensington Scott, ready for Christmas cooking. Ho, ho, ho. This is my alternative to that classic Christmas roast, that beautiful roast turkey. Sometimes we don't have the time, we're all too busy. How about trying a honey roast duck? So we're gonna score this. I've got some beautiful honey. We're gonna infuse that with some aromats, literally draped over the top of the duck, in the oven, 20 minutes, we're done. Alternative to those Brussels sprouts, not everybody's cup of tea. Why not try a Savoy cabbage? Shredded down, nice sharp knife. We're gonna mix some celeriac through there, a little bit of carrot, some beautiful onions, and then we're just gonna mix all that together. That's gonna go in a bowl in the middle of the table. No stress, no worries. Again, an alternative to the roast potatoes or the fondant potatoes. I've got some beautiful little new potatoes here. These are pink fir, and we're gonna cook this gratin dauphinois. Some cream, some garlic, some thyme, some rosemary. It's gonna smell amazing as it comes out of the oven. Again, that's gonna go in the middle of the table. Big spoon, family can crack on, help themselves. Stress-free, simple, little bit of preparation involved obviously, a little bit of love and passion as we do, but it doesn't take 4 days and it can be on the table within the hour, Christmas lunch served. Okay guys, let's make a start. We're gonna start on the duck, okay? Ready, available in most supermarkets. Try and get to your local butchers if you can. We're just asking for the crown, so that's then 2 beautiful breasts on the bone, ready to roast, okay? So basically, we're gonna take a nice sharp knife and carefully score that skin. The beauty of the duck is the skin is nice and thick. Exactly the same down the other side. And that is all the preparation with the knife we need. We're gonna get a little bit chefy at this point. We're gonna bring in the blowtorch, okay, a pastry blowtorch, and we're just gonna gently blowtorch over the skin. That's gonna tighten the skin and give us the most amazing crispy finish on our duck before it comes out of the oven, okay? So get it going. Just over the duck, and you'll see it tightening up. Don't be scared of it. Now, if you don't have a blowtorch, it's not an essential part of preparing the duck. Let's move on to that lovely honey glaze I was talking about. I've got some local honey here from Kensington. Beautiful, beautiful local honey. And we're just gonna pop that into a pan, a couple of tablespoons like so. And then for me, I've got some coriander seeds and I've got some star anise. And we're just gonna pop that into the honey, a little pick of thyme. Okay, we've got all of our aromats into that pan with the beautiful honey, and we're just gonna gently bring that to the heat, and that's just gonna melt the honey down with all those aromats, okay? Okay guys, so after a short amount of time, we can see that honey is now turned to that beautiful liquid consistency, and it's ready to dress over the top of our duck. Take our honey, literally from the top, just spoon it over. Smells incredible. Smells like Christmas. Really making sure we get the honey and the aromats right into all those cuts we've made. Thyme on there as well. And that is literally just gonna stick to the outside of the duck, making sure we get every part of it. It really is as simple as that. So once we've dressed the duck, that can just sit to the side, and we're gonna move on to our vegetables. Let's move on to our veggies. So for me, arguably one of the most delicious potato dishes is the gratin dauphinois. I've got a little pot of cream on here. I'm gonna add a generous amount of garlic. It's gonna go into a little gratin dish. Here's a good tip for you. Take half of the garlic and rub it on the inside of your dish, and that will just perfume through as it's cooking. And that can also go into the double cream. Into that, we've got bay leaf, rosemary, and a good pick of thyme. Again, just gonna gently bring that to the boil, watching it, you don't want it to overboil, okay? While that's happening, we are preparing our potatoes. As I said before, I've got some lovely pink fir potatoes here. Again, ready available in most shops these days. Now, nice sharp knife, cut the potatoes as thinly as you can. If you have a mandolin at home, use your mandolin. Our cream's comes to the boil now. Really get that smell of the rosemary and the garlic, all the herbs. Fantastic. Bring our potatoes into play. Just a nice little season there. Just a little bit of salt for me. Mixing them through like so. And then really, don't be shy with it. It's Christmas after all. Get that double cream all over those potatoes. Absolutely beautiful. Like so. Bring in your dish. Again, I like to use a nice shallow dish for the Dauphinois. Just helps them potatoes cook a little bit faster. And get them in that dish. Try to arrange them as evenly as you can. It doesn't need to be overly neat either. And remember, as the potatoes cook, they'll shrink down into the dish, so don't be frightened of overfilling it right to the top and beyond. And once you've got your potatoes in, we're just gonna get that double cream again over the top to fill that dish. Right to the top, covering the potatoes, like so. Look at that. All right, and that's ready to go into our preheated oven. We're gonna go 160. We're gonna be like that 45 minutes for that to cook. Okay guys, we're really racing through this dish. It's really fantastic. Some great smells going on. We're gonna move on to the final part of the vegetable dish. This fantastic Savoy cabbage. Very simply. Cut it in half. Put that back in the fridge for another day. Literally gonna take out that core and then gently just going to push through the cabbage like that. Nice sharp knife, working our way through, just like so. That's gonna go into a bowl. I'm gonna show you how we cook that down. Okay, once we've shredded down our Savoy cabbage, we're gonna move on to some other vegetables which is gonna mix through, okay? So we've got some lovely Roscoff onion, carrot, and some celeriac. Nice and simple with the celeriac. We're just gonna cut the bottom off there, the base, and then just peel it again. Nice sharp knife. For this, we're gonna need about half. Just cut nice, thick slices, nice and generous with it. Again. Lengthways. And then into a nice dice to the bowl. Exactly the same with our carrots. Celeriac, carrot, all mixed together. Finished off with a nice slice of onion. Again, cut it in half. Just gonna peel the outer skin off. Just remove that little core at the back, little tip at the front. Again, nice and fine. Just run that knife down the onion like so. And there we have it. This is gonna be our Savoy cabbage, all prepped, ready to go. Add into our potatoes and our duck, which is now ready to go into the oven. 190 degrees, we're gonna give it 10 minutes. We're gonna turn it around, baste it with a bit more honey, pop it back into the oven for another 12 minutes. That's it, time to get that duck into the oven. Okay guys, and while that's happening, let's just go and check on our potatoes. Okay guys, let's get this cabbage dish all cooked off. So nice hot pan, a little bit of rapeseed oil in there, and we're gonna start off, nice hot heat in there. And we're just gonna very carefully Add all of those vegetables. That beautiful sizzle. A little bit of salt in there. We're just going to let that sweat down. Add a lid, leave it for 2 minutes. We'll give it a little stir, and then we're going to add the cabbage. And we're almost there. Okay guys, so we've got that lovely caramelization there on the carrots and the celeriac, the onions. We're just going to add on top all that lovely cabbage. Surround it all over. A little bit of salt in there again. Now what we want to do is just produce a little bit of steam. So we're going to add a touch of water to the bottom of the pan. Lid on. And we're just going to let that gently braise down. Okay, that first part of the duck is all cooked. It's ready to be turned around and back into the oven. Okay, let's check on our cabbage. That should be beautifully stewed down now, and then mix that carrot and the celeriac all the way through. Lovely, delicious, my alternative to everybody that doesn't enjoy Brussels sprouts on a Christmas lunch. That can sit to one side, ready to be heated back through for later. Okay guys, that's the final 12 minutes on our duck. Let's get it out of the oven. Smells absolutely incredible. Star anise, thyme, coriander, that honey. What a great alternative to a Christmas lunch. Our duck's had that time to rest now, looking beautiful, smelling fantastic. Let's get that potato out to go alongside. Oh my goodness. Lord. Look at that. Stunning, golden brown, beautiful Gratin Dauphinois. So that's our Dauphinoise out to the oven, cooked, golden brown. Let's just give it a quick knife test. It should be nice and soft. It just falls all the way through the potato. Beautifully soft and tender. Okay guys, let's get these finishing touches ready to this beautiful feast we put together. Okay, get the gravy on, okay? You know as well as I do now, you can buy some amazing, ready to go gravies in the pouches in most supermarkets these days. Okay, cabbage is all good. I'm just gonna finish this off with some fresh chopped chives. Okay guys, let's get on with carving this duck. All right, onto our board. And need to be nice and confident now. Okay, we're just gonna run our knife down this line here on the breastbone. Okay, bam, and as soon as you hit the bone, all you're doing with the tip of that knife is just running down the carcass, gently pulling the meat away as you go. And that's our joints there. Bang. Let's do a plate up, eh? Just trim off any overriding fat bits. I'm saying 2 portions out of a breast. Let's get that on that plate like so. We're going to take our cabbage. Like I said, for me, it's all about sharing. We're going to fill our bowl. That's going to go down the middle of the table, like so. Let's give it some nice green with those chives. Bang. That's that. A nice hot Dauphinois. We're just going to put on a plate. And we're going to give it a spoon. And then, of course, let's get a little bit of that sauce, that gravy, over our duck. Guys, that's my alternative to the Christmas lunch.